So guys, sorry for waiting a little bit, but everybody here is not the first time in the Talk Talk, but my first time with me. The reason of that because it's my first immersion like a facilitator. So I want to if I commit some mistake, I just be sorry after all. But I will talk after I introduce myself. Before I introduce myself, explain a little bit about the Talking Talk because we are live in the YouTube, and it's important to like get to know about the platform. So Talking Talk is a platform to communication in other languages and speaking other languages. Here we can practice other languages like English that we are doing today, Spanish, Italian, French, and Mandarin. But in next, we don't know what we can talk in the platform. It's a platform is in developing, and maybe we can try a new language in the future. So the talk, we don't have a specific level to talk to have in our immersions. We have like people like is beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So it's a friendly environment. Like everyone here can share our ideas and explore and practice the English is the real reason that we are here, like to improve ourselves and our English. So if anyone here in the YouTube wants to get know about more about the platform, just access the site. The website is www.talkingtalk.com.br. And let's go, guys. I will introduce myself, and after that, I will want to you introduce yourself, and after that, I will break the rules for be more friendly, like you have small groups. So, my name is Pedro Rezende. I am 25 years old. I live in the metropolitan region of Belo Horizonte. I work with UX designer, but I really like to understand another language, another culture. So I speak English like so much time. I can remember when I started to learn, but it's a few months like I'm practicing like all day, and that's improve a lot of my English, my communication, and principal my understanding. And the Talkie Talk is a good platform to get know about our ideas and expand our vocabulary too. So could you introduce yourself, Iago, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Iago. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Apoiarés, a small town in the countryside of Ceará. I work as an instructional designer. I have six cats in my house. Me and my husband have six cats. I like to read, as you can see in my shelf. I'm currently reading a book called Empire of the Vampire. It's a fantasy book. It seems nice. I'm really at the beginning. I really love to listen to music. The Spotify is always on all day long during my while I am working. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you.
Nice, another design in this room. Nice to meet you, Iago. And you, Juliana, you could introduce yourself, please.
Of course. Good evening, guys. My name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I study science and technology, and I live in São Miguel do Campo. I like to reading mangas, things like that. I like to listen music, podcasts, watch movies, and I wanna learn English because I wanna use the English in a future job and to understand movies, things like that in English. So I think that's all about me.
Very good. Nice to meet you too, Juliano. And you, Brenner, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, guys. Good evening again. I'm Brenna. I am 27. I live in Rio, the capital. I'm a software developer for a few years. I'm here on Talking Talk since June this year, and I'm gonna start leading just like you immersions on Sunday, next Sunday. Um, I don't have pets or children. I live alone. Um, that's it.
Very good, Brenner. Nice to meet you. And you, Mauricio, could you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, good evening. My name is Mauricio. I am 33 years old. I work as a product owner. I live in São Paulo. I have two daughters. I'm married. And in my free time, I like to watch series and hang out with my family. I also like to drink a beer on weekends. Is it?
Very good, Maurice. Thank you. Just wait for Catherine connect your audio. Hello, Catherine. Could you listen to me?
Yes, I can. Hello, guys.
Hello. How you doing?
Great.
It's your first time in the Talk and Talk?
Is my first time here in your immersion,
Oh,
Pedro.
nice. Nice. So could you introduce yourself, Catherine, please?
All right. Hello, guys. I'm Catherine. I am 30. I live in Rio, a small city called Nilópolis, and I'm a biology teacher.
Real nice. Thank you. And you, Camila, could you introduce yourself, please?
Guys, good evening or good afternoon. It depends. My name is Camila. I am 40 years old. I live in São Paulo. I've been here on Talk and Talk since April from this year, and I became a host in July. I work as an accountant in an energy company, and I am here to practice my English skills. I know a little bit about Spanish, and I will try to learn a little bit about French next month here on Talk and Talk. In my free time, as Iago said, I love to read, but I don't have my shelf here. It's the opposite. And let me see what else. I'm a huge fan of true crime, and I love horror movies. I don't know. I think that's it. A little bit about myself.
Yes, Camila, I know her. So it's nice to meet you again. So I will break the rules. Like I said before, Catherine, it's my first immersion that I being a facilitator. So what if something happening? Just send like some mistake and go on. But think like I want to tell about guys is here in the Talk Talk is a friendly environment. So let's be kind with everybody here. Share your ideas. The topic today we all talk about is influence people. So I will break the room, and the other room I please want to everybody here be respectful with everybody because like we can have opposite ideas but we are here to improve our English is the principal objective. So guys, if you receive the invite, you will enjoy the next room. Nice, that works. So guys, like I said before, today we are talking about the influence people. Everybody received the questions in the chat. Nice, nice. All right. I will read the first one and I will answer two. During your life, do you feel that any decision you made have been influenced by other people? Why or why not? So I think my life is some decisions that I took have influence about some behaviors of some people. Like for example, my when I got my technical technical education, it's the real reason because I live near from the college, and I think like the people that I saw in the that it comes in the course. I like the style, like the costume, and I think like yes, I want to enjoy this group. And I took a course of visual communication, and I really don't know about the course after before I try to get in the college. But I oh just a second. Okay, I will move Juliano again to the other room.
Yes, I was in the another room, but my audio crashed. Thank you,
All
thank
right,
you.
you receive again.
Yes, yes.
All right,
Thank you.
Juliano. Have a good conversation. So let's continue. I think the most important decision that I took is about if an influence about some behavior is like that to choose about my college technical course. And how about you, Iago? Do you feel like sometimes in your life you took some decision just following someone influenced by someone or some following some behavior?
I I don't now I can't remember any specific decision that I made influenced by other person. But I think that most parts of my career, I think I was looking for other people. I think because I have a degree in English, and then I started working as a teacher because my husband is a teacher, so he facilitated some things when I moved to here, and I started working in a public school, and then I think it was 2020. I didn't start the year working, and I was a little bit desperate that year. And then I received an invitation to be a, I don't know how to say in English, but a bolsista, to do continuate for, I don't know, education for teachers. I think I can say that. Um, but just because I don't know, a person that already worked as a doing that convinced me to, oh, we have a opening, so maybe you can do this. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm now working right now, so I think I'm gonna do this. It was a good experience, but the payment, it was not that great. What about you, Katarini?
Oh, I suffer a lot about this topic because I think I'm not a confident person. And even a decision that I have to take in my life, I ask for someone. And I don't know. Yeah, like is Thiago, sorry, Pedro said, to took the decision to do a course in the past. I listened others. So it's a very, very important thing in my life, and I considered the other opinions before uh, took my decision. And nowadays, like when I have to buy a cloth or something like that, I ask for my sister or my mother to go with me. So yeah, I'm very influenced by other people. And you, Brenner, is Brenner?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's right. Uh, I was thinking about this question, and unless you are a monk living alone on a mountain, all your decisions probably are influenced by someone, like in your life. It can be your mother, your father, your sister, brother, friend, because we live in a society, uh, we see informations all the time everywhere, so all your decisions aren't really yours. So yeah, I believe all my decisions sometimes were influenced by someone in my life.
I think as a human, we have this needed uh, ask for other opinions because, like Brené said, we live in a community and we are uh, social animals too. So yeah, I think it's normal, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe in that too. It's real normal. So, Catherine, could you read the third question and answer, please?
All right. Uh, our parents are important structures in your life. Was your choice of a profession influenced by your parents? In my case, no. I'm not a decide person. So in the beginning, I chose a florist engineer, and after I changed for biology. So my parents didn't influence me in this choose, but yeah, I think I made this choose by myself because I really like subjects that is related to biology. So I try flourish engineer because people said that is I will receive a lot of money, but it's not true. Wasn't true. So I changed for doing something that I really like. And like Iago, I'm a teacher. I really like teaching. So yeah, I do the decision by myself. What about you, Iago?
Yes, I definitely was influenced by my parents to choose my course or my profession because my parents are entrepreneurs. I think that's the word. They have two stores, and my father specifically wanted me to be a accountant, so it could be easier for him to do some things, but that's something that I didn't want it to. I never wanted to run my family's business. I think it is too much because I saw all the stress that they have in my home, and I didn't want that for me, you know. And then I chose to, and then my choice was I don't know. I think I think it was a clear choice because I at the time I was confused about choosing between odontology or publicity. I don't know if it's that. And then I chose to do to study English, to have a degree in English, and it was good. And then I started working as a teacher, but I'm not a teacher anymore, Katarini.
Oh, sorry, I get wrong, so sorry.
And yeah, so yeah, my this decision specifically was influenced by them. What about you, Brenner?
It could be. When I was younger, like just a kid, I used to say that I wanted to be a mechanic, car mechanic. And my mother said, no, mechanic, no, you have to be an engineer. And I I decided to, okay, I'm gonna be an engineer. But years passed, and years later, when I end up end up in the school, right, high school, I decided to do a law degree, and it was just one semester because I quit, and then I decided to go back to engineering, and it was just one semester, and I quit. And then I was influenced by a friend that worked as a programmer. So I decided to start studying because I needed money. And years ago, it was an easier market to start, It's not anymore, but in 2019, 2020, it was easier than it is today to enter in the market, So I needed money. I needed to help my grandma. So I decided to start programming, and I am programming until today. I joined a degree in IT, but I quit. University is not my place, definitely.
So guys, after before I answer, I think I configure. I said before, like if you commit some mistake, just be child with me because I create the room, but I think it's some configuration like it's just to 10 minutes. I create again. So let's go if the, don't interrupt anymore. Sorry guys, again. Yes, I think it works again. So about my professional choice is like I think some way influenced myself because like Iago say or his parents is interpreters. I don't know if I said correct because it's a trava-língua for me this word, but my parents and my most of my our family is not an interpreter, is like a CLT. So for me these options don't make sense for me. But my mother is an administrator and my father is a production engineer, and I decided to do design. And these were very different that I wanted in the beginning because I remember when I was a child, I just think about like to be an odontologist or other things or vet. But when I took the technical course and the other things, I think like yes, I really like the creative marketing, but I really don't know if I will go like for some more artists education or more specific like design or cinema because more have more method and more things like that. And for me, I prefer, and I took the decision, but like Katarina says, I not too much confident about my choice, and sometimes I during the course I think, oh my gosh, I make the correct choice, but I think my parents in this topic in my life doesn't influence it too much. Let's go. Let's keep on. Brenner, could you read the four and answer, please?
Right. Do you believe influencers on social media have power in our society? I would say that they have, and I don't know if it's a good point in our society nowadays because we gave to so much people voice to say things, and sometimes those people are not the I don't know if the right people to discuss those topics, but yeah, like podcasts, they discuss a lot of topics and topics that are really deep, and those discussions are not very helpful, like they cause damage on society, like fake news and things like that. So I don't know if this side of internet is a good side to our society. But yeah, I believe they have a lot of power.
Yes, nice opinion. I believe in that. Like, have some people like have some power, have some good influence in the society, having power, but doing that like the correct way, like share fake news and things like that. Now, how about you, Catherine? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think they have a huge impact in our choice. Some weeks ago, I watched a new on the newspaper about the CONAR. Do you know? There is CONAR. Is the like agency that control the merchandise in our country. And they found out that some websites pay for actors for oh my goodness, for roll a paper like a doctor or something like that, to indicate a product. Like I'm not a doctor, I'm an actor, actress, right? And I play this role to indicate a product for you, buy this product. So I think this situation shows how the influence from YouTube or Instagram and the other place have a huge impact in our daily life because they can change our opinions and influence people to buy something. So yeah, just that. Yeah,
I've
Yeah,
seen
I
that
agree.
way.
I agree with you all because I think that it's like people say we are on internet and we make stupid people famous. And I think that some people might be a good influence, might talk about good topics and be a good influence. But I think that most of the people are a bad influence. We see that happening now with for example, the bets and all that's happening with this in Brazil. And and I can think about some situations that people try to um I forgot the word, but and try to talk about some things that might be fake. I remember a video that I saw sometimes of a podcast that it was with Virginia, and she was talking about with Juliette about a beauty chip, and and she was saying like, oh, with this chip I have I I I I gain more muscle. I'm not so tired. And Juliet was like, but that's not just birth control. And she was like, yeah, but it's helped me to get more muscle and this and that. And Juliet was like, yes, I believe you. And and we see this kind of thing that Katarina said happening. People doing videos, acting, or maybe, or even sharing deep fakes to other people so they can buy a product, can buy a course. But and I think that in this whole network in influencers, this kind of thing, I don't know, it's a little number of people that we can we can see that it's a good influence.
Yes, about deep fake, it's a real deep because like some people like have some powers and influence in the society. even just not in the social media, but in actors. Like I saw a lot of videos like showing some actors and divulging some products, and when I saw that, I think, oh my gosh, they like it to denigrate the image of this kind of person. It's real bad. Like they facilitate about the AI sometimes, but the influence for the bad way. So yeah, could you read the next one, the number 5?
Have you ever bought something just because someone recommended? Probably yes. I probably some book. I follow some book influencers, so I probably bought a few books that they told me it was good. What about you, Brenna?
I have Alfred. Alfred is my vacuum cleaner robot, and it was a recommendation. So yeah, I have. What
And you,
about you,
Catherine?
Catherine? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
in my
forgot.
case, beauty products, I always looking for on the internet about the opinions, like hair cream. So sometimes I'm in the store and the salesman came to me like this cream is very good. Okay, just a minute. I go to my cell phone. Okay, me let me search. So, so I'm very influenced about other opinions.
Yes, I believe like the about marketing and the things, the most influential way, like you have traffic, paid traffic and the other things. But when you receive a recommendation for anyone, it's like more, for me, more influenced by any propaganda or things like that. In my case, I bought it recently because I don't a real thing like buy some much things like beauty things like Katarina and Iago said, but I received so much advice about Principia, and I looking for like what it can offer for me, and I
I use the
saw
principle, it's very good.
use yeah good. And I saw these ads and I little do a benchmark about the brand and about like how can offer for me and the other brands more famous. And I think it's so much cheaper and offer like the same things. And I think, let's try that. It's not so much expensive, so let's try that. So I like the products I'm using like 1 or 2 weeks, but when I finish that, I have a feedback more precise. But I like that.
It's
Principia.
good because it's very cheaper, so and it works, so yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the next one. Can leader and bosses change our opinions or points of view? So I think when we talk about leaders, about bosses and other things, like we have some examples, like I I think like we can influence about this somewhat opinions because like for example, if you have some bosses that you like you saw in the Sussex and they think like that, you will try to inspire by himself, in my opinion. But sometimes it could be a bad example, bad influence because like when you saw some boss like in the top of the stairs, but in the top of the stairs, but we can see like he's not doing the correct things. He had some behaviors that you think is not correct. So could he change like to good ways and bad ways, in my opinion. But I believe like leaders and boss could influence like so much things about career, about ourselves opinions and like that. And what do you think about that, Iago?
Yeah, for me, in my experience, I don't know if I was influenced specifically in a opinion, a point of view. But when I think about leaders and bosses, I think that I am in a work environment, I try to emulate what other peoples are saying and how they talk with each other, how they treat each other. Um, so I always pass 1 or 2 weeks just observing what people are doing and how they talk with each other, so I can emulate that behavior with them, because I think that when you do that, you can be more welcomed in the group, I think. And it's as I'm saying, it's for me it's a very conscious thing that I do, because okay, I see that the people treat each other this way, they talk with each other like that, so I try to use these expressions and the same tone of voice, to do things. And I think that it's working for me. I think every time that I try that, it works. But about opinions and point of views, I really don't know. I think that sometimes maybe some people might be inspiration for me to evolve in my work, even in my personal life. But I really don't remember any specific situation about changing my mind about something. What about you, Brennan?
Um, Before I decided to quit my degree, I went to my previous boss and I asked for advice. Like I asked if it was an important thing in my career, like as a software developer. And he was very honest with me, and he told me that once you are on the market, like having experience, a degree on IT is not that important. So I decided to quit the university, even if he told me that it was important. I would probably quit the university because I don't like it, but uh, it may be I may confirmed my decision. How about you, Catherine?
So I really like it to be like Iago, to emulate, is it correct? Emulate the opinion, the other opinions, but I unfortunately don't do that. And when someone like a boss or a leader that is a level up from me say something, I think it is really, really important because I consider it this person um, authority. So I think the opinion is very, very important, and I really pay attention in the opinion. So for me, it's very important, and I think I feel very happy when someone like a teacher say something like, "Oh, your class is not so good. I think you can change this thing." So, oh, thank you for for doing the job to pay attention with me, because it's a chance to improve myself. So I really like when a boss or a leader say something that I can take in consideration. Yeah. And you, Pedro?
You said something that I think is really important because even you emulate your thoughts, the way that you got in some group is really important to be yourself, because if you just simulate another thing that you aren't, uh, yes, that it could be better. It could be bad because like I don't know how some people like live some life that are some way that they aren't. And I think it's very important to like have your true opinions and manifest when is necessary. So, Catherine, could you read the next one? I think it's the number 7. You are
You are
muted,
muted,
Catherine.
muted.
Sorry. I read all the questions. I read all the questions. Okay. Can certain personality traits make someone more influential? Which traits are the most influential? Um, yeah, I am very different from my sister. My sister is another person, completely different from me. And I think she don't have she doesn't have this impact. She's not impact from the other opinions because she has a different personality. She's very I don't know how to say segura. And I'm not a segura, a segura, uma pessoa segura. So yeah, Iago.
Yeah, I think there's some traits that a person might have can be more influential to other people. When I think about that, I think about my husband because he's a very open person. He talks about everything, and I am much more shy than him. I remember one time that we worked in the same school, and it was not a very good experience for me because I was constantly compared to him because he jokes with everyone. He's always talking with other people, and I was more closed. So some students even say you don't look like you're married to Leo, because he talks about everything. You don't talk about nothing, and yeah, I don't like to talk that much. And some colleagues in work to try to make some jokes, and I wasn't comfortable with the jokes because they did the same jokes with my husband, and I was, I don't think I like that. But I think that when you are more open, you can influence other people. You can have this power to influence other people. What about you, Brenna?
I would say that self-esteem and confidence are the keys, to not be an influential person. Influential, not uh, influenced person, like be influenced for someone. So if you have high self-esteem, if you are confident on your abilities, on what you can do, I would say that hardly you're gonna be influenced by someone unless you ask for that. And the other way, I believe, is true. If you have high self-esteem and you are confident, you can influence people. Like people stop to listen to you, like if you are very confident. So I think these two words are the keys: self-esteem and confidence.
Yes, very good. I think that's the key, this real keys. I believe the way someone dressed and the way they talk to influence a lot of like the body language too, because I don't know you guys, but sometimes I saw some people's like doing some some I forgot how to say palestras or workshops or other things. You saw someone and you think, oh my gosh, He's have power. He's like the way he talked influenced impacted me in some way. And I think like the confidence is a real important because if you are you are in confidence, unconfidence, your expression shows like you are not confident, and the people like don't believe in you in some way. It sometimes could be just a thing in your mind, like I mean, not doing a correct job or something like that. But I think some body language shows some things. So, Brenner, could you read the next one?
Sure. What's your reaction when you see an influencer lying or trying to sell something that is probably illegal? Uh, I go to the button. I don't know how to say that in English. Denunciar, and I do this pub with the post if it's on the internet, and person to person. I don't know. I've never uh, lived some situation like that, person to person, someone lying about a product. Um, I don't know how would be my reaction to that. What about you, Yaku?
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you, Brenda, because I I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, you try to sell, you are trying to sell something that doesn't work. It's you should probably not selling this. I remember this. I don't know if you guys saw about Isabel Veloso recently. It was something that I didn't would like to know about it, but unfortunately I know. She's an influencer that says that she had terminal cancer, and she started to yes, and she started to divulgate. I don't know if that's correct, but she was talking about this product that, oh, it works so much and it's great, and it was from a company that her father worked, and they like sell the doctor's prescriptions because he was like, oh, you can talk to us and we will give you a doctor's prescription so you can buy the product, you know. And it became a big thing for the last weeks, I think, online. And yeah, I think that's something that I can remember now.
Oh, I will. I will read the news. I search in the Google, but I will read it after the beginning. Catherine, just to finish it, you can share your opinion about this question.
Yeah, the thing that I will do if I will through in this situation, if I will pass for the situation, could be report this is button on the social media, and the comments in the comment space that is not true, like you, this is not true, don't buy this is not correct because uh, before to buy something I always see the comments. So I think it is very important when I saw a comment that um warning me, so I will do this. Yeah.
Real nice. Thanks God we have some options to denunciate with someone liar or try to sell something illegal. So guys, in the other room, another time I want to be sorry, like the 10 minutes in the beginning I closed the room accidentally, but all right. And how was the conversation in the other room? Could you share something that you get to know about the conversation, about the team? Could you tell someone thing, Juliana, for us?
Of course, I like this conversation in another room. Was so good talk with Mauricio. And I forgot the name, Camila, right? I liked about talk about it. it's good. We could show our experience, uh, our thoughts. So I like so much about it.
Mauricio, and you?
Um, we had a very good conversation, another room, and the topic was cool. Nice.
Thank you. And yeah, how about you, Camila?
I love it. The only bad thing was because it's so fast. We were talking about the bad experience, so I love it. And I would like to say thank you for Juliana and Maurice for the conversation. And thank you for the topic.
Now we are discovering a new tool in the Zoom, I think. So guys, another time I want to be thank you about everyone here. For me, it's a pleasure to be with you. And I learned so much things today. I think it's like when I elaborate the questions, I think about some way to the answers could be. But it turns another explains, and I really like that, guys. Thank you for this time. And I sent it in the chat the survey, and if you want to put do evaluate the immersion and suggest any topic. And I want to invite you for the next week. We are talking about controversial fanny pack urban bag. If anybody knows what is a fun bag urban bag, because I don't like to do what was that. It's pochette. We are
Oh,
gonna talk about pochette.
bum
Yes,
bag. All right.
fun bag or bum bag. Bum bag, I think it's like a British one.
I just want to say there was amazing conversation. So congratulations, Pedro. You are a very good host.
Very thank you, Catherine. Anyone can want to share another thing?
Yeah, I agree with Catherine. It was a great conversation and a good topic to talk about it. An easy topic. Sometimes there are some topics that are very difficult to find the words to talk about it. And the conversation just flowed. It was great.
Nice. Thank you for the comment. So guys, it's if I think everybody knows the Talk Talk we have like a calendar, and I want to be another time. Thank you for everyone here, and I have to close this meeting because I think in the 7 p.m. have another immersion, and he had to use the account. But was a pleasure, and I expect everybody enjoy this, and good weekend, guys.
Bye.
Good weekend. Bye bye.
Bye.